Let us discuss few questions on NRI provision chapter 12A. Special provision that we have discussed for NRI who has earned income from foreign exchange asset in terms of investment income or in terms of long-term capital gain, and that long-term capital gain can be reinvested in India in any other eligible asset and claim the exemption under section 115F formula base. Okay. A non-resident Indian acquired shares. Shares is the eligible asset. NRI, you have to observe these wordings. In an Indian company A Limited as on 1st January 2009 for rupees 1 lakh in a foreign currency. So all the conditions are complied for chapter 12A. These shares are sold by him as on 1st January 2020 for 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so this is the long-term assets. Long-term assets are sold. So he is having long-term capital gain. You can see here 2 lakh rupees is the long-term capital gain. He invested 3 lakh rupees in the shares as on 31st March 2021. Within the 6 months he was supposed to invest. He has invested within the 6 months. These shares are sold by him as on 30th June 2021 for 3,50,000. Oh, he was supposed to have this share for a lock-in period of 3 years, but within 3 months only he has sold. Now on this he will have a short-term capital gain. You can observe here 3 lakh worth rupees shares are sold for 3,50,000. So 50,000 is the short-term capital gain. Discuss the tax implication. Ignore the effect of provision of 48. So ignore the effect of indexation or the exchange rate fluctuation and all. Computation of long-term capital gain. Sale consideration 3 lakh, cost of acquisition 1 lakh. So long-term capital gain is 2 lakh. Exemption will be given to whole amount because here he has invested whole 3 lakh rupees. Are you getting this? He has invested whole 3 lakh rupees, and whenever whole 3 lakh rupees is invested, he has in fact he has invested more than 2 lakh, isn't it? More than 2 lakh. He was supposed to invest net consideration of 2 lakh. He has invested more than 2 lakh, and therefore what you should understand, my dear friend, the exemption will be fully given and there won't be any taxable capital gain in this particular assessment here. The amount he was invested, long-term capital gain 2 lakh rupees which was exempted, will become taxable. Why sir? Because he has sold the asset within the lock-in period. In next AY it will become the taxable. Short-term capital gain of 50,000 is also taxable in the next assessment year. Okay, so next assessment year both this will become taxable because he has broken the lock-in period. He has broken the lock-in period of 3 years. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. Another illustration. Mr. John, a non-resident Indian. This is how it will be asked in exam. NRI. Purchase an unlisted share. That's okay. Whether it is listed or unlisted, we don't care because it is of Indian company. No, that's enough. At a cost of 70,000 in a foreign currency. So yes, this is eligible foreign exchange asset. Mr. John sold such shares for a consideration of 2,50,000 as on 1st August 2020, and the expenditure was incurred was 10,000. So we have to compute the capital gain now. Full value of consideration minus transfer expenses. So 2,50,000 minus 10,000 is equal to 2,40,000. From that we have to subtract the cost. Compute the taxable capital gain if he deposited in the specified asset only 1,50,000, less than net consideration. Whenever he has invested less than net consideration, we have to apply the formula. What is the formula of 115F? Very simple, no? 115F formula: long-term capital gain multiplied by amount invested divided by net consideration. Okay. Ignore the effect of 48. Look at this. Sale consideration 2,50,000 minus transfer expenses, net consideration 2,40,000, cost of acquisition 70,000, long-term capital gain is 1,70,000. Now 1,70,000 multiply by amount invested 1,50,000 divide by please understand, divide by 2,40,000. If you compute this, you will get exemption under 115F, 1,06,250. This is the taxable capital gain that you should have. Okay, this is how you have to compute and you have to show the answer. You can write some theoretical provisions before writing or after writing this point that this is the NRI, and then special provisions, optional special provisions are provided in chapter 12A for this particular assessee. A concessional rate of tax at the rate of 10% is provided for long-term capital gain, and for investment income tax rate is 20% plus applicable surcharge and cess, but no deductions will be available. Thank you.